wherever you would like to start your practice this evening, wherever that initial range of motion is going to come from for you this evening. And just take a couple moments to kind of settle in there, and I will meet you there in just a second. All right. Fabulous. So starting off as usual with that scan of the body, starting from the top of the head and moving to the tips of the toes. As you take that scan, just noticing how you're feeling this evening, noticing what's going on in your body, where those points of tension are, where those spaces are that don't feel 100% today, don't feel 100% after the long weekend and the holiday. And also those spaces that do feel good. Maybe you got an extra day of rest and relaxation, and so some things had some time to settle and heal and be a little less sore than maybe they normally are on a Monday evening. As you complete that scan, I invite you to take any initial stretch, range, or ranges of motion that are going to feel good for you to start your practice with this evening. So whatever that might mean for you, maybe you're at hands and knees, you find that cat and cow, that child's pose to cobra. Maybe it's as simple as you're seated and you just find a forward fold. Maybe you're seated and you find one of those initial ranges of motion that we do all together, and you'd like an extra couple of reps of those. We won't spend a ton of time in those this evening. Maybe it's something that is a little off book and I never do in my practice, but you know is going to feel particularly good for you to get your practice started this evening. Taking about 6 or 8 nice deep breaths in that stretch, in that range of motion, settling in, allowing your body to connect that movement to your breath and take those first couple of movements for your evening. And taking about 3 or 4 more nice deep breaths, nice and easy. Finish out that range of motion, or maybe choose just one more range of motion to hold on to there. With your last 2 nice deep breaths, evening up and then making your way over to your comfortable seated position. As always, that comfortable seated position can be cross-legged like I am, or if you feel more comfortable, maybe legs out long or knees bent, feet planted. We'll start from the top as usual with the head and the neck. With your next big inhale after you get to that comfortable seat, finding that nice long spine. That exhale drops the chin to the chest, and then from there, a couple times in each direction at your own pace, let's roll the head side to side. Right ear towards the right shoulder, opening up through the left side of the neck, and then down through center, chin to chest, and then left ear to left shoulder. And just go out a couple times at your own pace. As always, if you like this stretch a little bit deeper, you can look up towards that opposite corner. If you like it a little shallower, maybe keeping the chin in a little closer towards the chest. And maybe you find just a little bit smaller of a range of motion on one side before you switch to that other side. Finishing out this range of motion with one more time in each direction. And as always, feel free to find that third change of direction just to even out and make sure you hit that left ear towards that left shoulder one final time. When you finish that last one, chin to chest, and then inhale, lift that head back up nice and long away from center. From there, we're going to go into shoulder circles. I just want 4 in each direction, up towards the ears, down and back, or down into the front, whichever you like to start with. When you finish those first 4, then go ahead and switch directions and find those second 4, that second direction, 4 nice big circles. When you finish those, that exhale drops those shoulders nice and low away from the ears, taking us right into our lateral stretches. That next inhale takes us out and up. Once again, just a couple times at your own pace. Right hand down towards the mat. Left arm reaches up, fingertips reach as that hip grounds into the mat. Inhale pulls us up through center, and exhale in that second direction. Same as that roll of the head and the neck. It can be a little faster or slower than me. Move a couple times at your own pace. Maybe you really like that hold. Maybe you really like bringing that elbow down and taking a moment in either direction. That's fabulous. Maybe you like to move a little faster for the warm up, and that is also fabulous. Excellent. Let's go ahead and find one more time in each direction. As always, find that third change of direction if you need to. When you finish that second side, that final time, we're going right into those spinal twists. So you can take it right there when you're ready. If not, that inhale brings you right back up to center. And then that left arm comes forward as that right arm goes backwards into our spinal twist. From there, once again, a couple times at your own pace. Inhale pulls you through center. Arms can come high or they can stay low as you come through center. Exhale brings you in that other direction. So right arm forward, left arm back. Once again, a little bit more pressure into that leg and into that back hand. It's going to be a little bit deeper of a stretch. A little less pressure. It's going to be a little shallower of a stretch, just depending on where you're at. And same as always, a little faster or slower is fabulous. Excellent. Let's go ahead and find one more time in each direction. Same as before. Feel free to find that third change of direction if you need it. When you finish it out, that inhale brings you back to center, and then relaxing those arms and those shoulders down nice and low away from center. We're going to do a little lower body stretch next. So take your time finishing out that final range of motion for our spinal twist. And then from there, we're going to start with that left leg out long, that right leg pulled in towards center, that sole of that foot on that inner thigh. Finding that inhale to your long spine. You can take those arms up overhead if that feels good. And then that exhale folds us forward, fingertips towards the shin, the ankle, the toes. As always, choose your version of this stretch. You can find that long spine for a little bit more of that hamstring stretch, or round out the spine a little bit and stretch into it for a little bit more through the spine, through the back. Taking just one more nice deep breath in this stretch, try and find that nice big exhale. And we're going to come back into this one more time for a little bit shorter of a version of this. So your next inhale brings us back up, back to that nice long spine. Once again, you can take those arms up overhead if you'd like or not. And then we're going to exhale, fold right back down towards those left toes. So one more time in this direction. From there, just one nice deep breath from here. Next inhale pulls us back up, nice long spine. Let's switch those feet. Same thing on that second side. So that left leg pulls in, that right leg goes out long. Inhale to that long spine, turn the torso towards the leg. You can take those arms up overhead if you'd like, and fold it forward towards those right toes. Fabulous. Give me one more nice deep breath for this first one. And then same as that first side, one more time, out of it and into it. Inhale takes us up. Exhale folds us into it. And let's just take one nice deep breath here, a little shorter. Excellent. And that next inhale brings us back up to that nice long spine. And to finish out our warm-ups before we get into that flow, same as we've been doing the last couple of weeks, we're going to go twice into our down the center stretch for the lower body. So you can choose your leg positioning. You can find that mermaid, soles of the feet, or mermaid. You can find that butterfly. That's the word I was looking for. Soles of the feet together. You can take both legs out long together. You can take them out into a straddle, or you can repeat what we just did and do one on one side, one on the other, or something a little bit different, whatever works for you. We're going to go into it twice. So that inhale finds that long spine, and that exhale takes you into that first version of that fold, wherever those feet need to be, whatever feels good for you. And as always, that second one can be the same thing. That second one can be something different. But in this first one, let's take two more nice deep breaths. Fabulous. Your next inhale brings you up. Like I said, you can change that foot positioning if you'd like, something a little different, or keep it right where you are. Find your long spine, and then go ahead and make your way right back into it, right down the center. Fabulous. One more nice deep breath for this second one. And go ahead and roll it on up back to that nice long spine. We're going to use our cat and cow as a transitional move. So go ahead and make your way over to hands and knees. When you get there, we're going to take just 3 cats and cows. So 3 inhales and exhales. When you finish that third one, take your time. We're going to move our way into our downward facing dog. For your cat and cow, flowing with your breath, inhale, belly towards the floor, hips and chin lift if that feels okay. Exhale, rounds the spine up towards the ceiling, tucks the chin in towards the chest and the hips underneath. 2 more just like that. Like I said, kind of at your own pace. And when you finish that third set, curl those toes under, press those hips up and back right into our downward facing dog. We'll spend a couple moments there. When you get to that downward facing dog, feel free to take it into that pedal of the heels, alternating one down and then the other. Maybe that inversion, that first inversion of the day doesn't feel super great, so you keep the head a little bit lifted. That's totally fine. We're going to spend a couple moments here, so you've got time to kind of work into it. Maybe those ears come right between those biceps. But I want you to think about keeping that core nice and active in this. So we're not just stretching out the lower body, not just stretching out the hamstrings and the calves, but also using the core to kind of press the chest back towards those thighs and press the hips up and back towards that opposite wall. Just take 2 more nice deep breaths for me here in this downward facing dog. Excellent. With your next inhale, I want you to find that 3-legged dog with that right foot. So go ahead and press it up and back. Nice little stretch for that left foot as you press the heel down towards the mat. From here, we're making our way to our half pigeon. Bend the left knee, sweep the right leg underneath. The shin meets the mat underneath the hips. Top of the left foot meets the mat, sinking those hips down into that half pigeon. And we'll spend 3 nice deep breaths here so you can stay up on those palms. You can bring it to those elbows, or you can bring that forehead to the backs of those hands. As always, for your half pigeon, if you want it to be a little bit more intense, trying to get that shin a little closer to parallel with the front of the mat. Or you can always add that hip flexor stretch in for that left foot by taking those toes up towards the ceiling and circling that left hand around to catch it. 1 more nice deep breath here. Fabulous. Alrighty, we're going to take that 3-legged dog once again. So go ahead and bring it back up to those palms. We're going to curl the left toe under, lift the knee. As we send the hips up and back, we're going to send that right foot up and back. And then we're going to use it to transition to our low lunge. So bend the left knee, sweep the right leg forward, take your adjustment if you need it. And then that left knee meets the mat, top of that left foot meets the mat. From here, we're just going to find our easy flow, front to back, that hip flexor stretch in that low lunge. Or as always, you can bring that torso up tall and find it from here. And then our exhale is going to send those hips back, lengthen that front leg, lift the front toes and hinge at the hips. You can use the fingertips for balance if you'd like. Just a couple times at your own pace, front to back, finding that nice stretch in either direction. If one feels particularly good, maybe spend a couple extra moments there today. If not, just getting flowing, getting those legs a little bit more warmed up. Excellent. Next time you come back to that low lunge, I want you to go ahead and pause there. We're going to make our way from there to our next movement. So next time you press it forward, go ahead and pause. We're going to make our way to our crescent. Curl the left toe under, lift the knee, find your balance, find your core, sweep those arms up. We're going to spend a couple moments in this crescent lunge. So we've got that nice bend in that right knee. We're getting that right quad working. Maybe we feel that left hip flexor stretch a little bit, depending on how long that left leg is. I want you to think about keeping that core active. Those arms are nice and long. Excellent. From here, let's take it to our warrior 2. Turn that left heel down, open those arms. So we've got that nice bend still in that right knee, taking a little bit more time here. And those hips are kind of turned out towards the side, but I want you to think about wrapping that left thigh in towards your center line just slightly. So we're keeping the core nice and tight. From here, let's take our peaceful. Flip that front palm, that right palm, lift it up and back. Those left fingertips can reach towards the floor or around behind the back for our half bind. Nice front side body stretch, reaching with those right fingertips. Let's come back out to center, warrior 2. Extended side angle comes next. Bend that right elbow, bring it down towards that right knee. Left arm comes up over top. It can go towards the ceiling or extend a little further towards that opposite wall. Right quad, just a little more work for me here. Let's take it back up to that warrior 2 one more time. Bring it up, use that core. From here, we're going to cartwheel it down. Right hand, and left heel all come over. And then step the left forward to meet the right, forward fold. Taking a moment in your forward fold, be gentle with yourself if you need that gentle bend in those knees. Maybe you let the head release and relax down towards the floor, finding that nice lower body stretch, or once again, maybe a little bit of a stretch through the spine if you allow it to round out a little bit. Excellent. We're going to take our halfway lift with our inhale to our flat back and our long spine. And then we're going to use that to transition to our chair. So I want you to activate that core in this halfway lift and then send those hips back, sweep those arms up. If you need a small adjustment with those feet, maybe a little closer together, a little further apart, that's fine. Take that adjustment. We've got that bend in those knees. And as always, if those hands can be by the ears, that's fabulous, but not at the risk of the lower back. Keep that lower back nice and long. Excellent. Give me one more big inhale and exhale. Very nice. Take it back into that fold. Fingertips towards the floor. Hips come up. Inhale, vertebrae by vertebrae. Roll it all the way up. Extended mountain. Arms up overhead for one lateral stretch in each direction. Right hand down. Left arm reaches up. Inhale brings us up to center. Exhale, other side. Inhale brings us up to center. Let's swan dive it forward into our forward fold. Excellent. Let's make our way back to where we started in that downward facing dog. Bend those knees, plant those hands, step those feet back nice and long, press the hips up and back. Take a moment. We've got 3 nice deep breaths here. So if you would prefer child's pose for the shoulders or for the lower body, that's fabulous. If not, take your moment in that downward facing dog. One more nice deep breath. And if you made your way out of that down dog, at the end of that breath, go ahead and meet us up in it. All right, here we go again. Let's find that 3-legged dog, other side. So left leg presses up and back. Nice little stretch. We're coming to our half pigeon first. So bend the right knee, sweep the left leg underneath. Shin meets the mat underneath those hips. Top of that right foot meets. We've got our 3 breaths here. Once again, you can stay high, you can come low. You can find that nice quad or hip flexor stretch with those right toes pointed up. Either way, we've got 2 more nice deep breaths. Excellent. So once again, we're going to make our way through our 3-legged dog back to our low lunge. So if you brought it down to the elbows or the forehead down, go ahead and bring it back to the palms. Curl the right toe under. Send the hips up as that left leg goes up and back. And then when you're ready, bend the right knee, sweep that left leg underneath. Use that little bit of momentum. If you need to, go ahead and make that adjustment, ankle underneath knee, and then right knee comes down to the mat. Top of that right foot meets, we've got that nice easy front to back flow. So pressing those hips forward for that hip flexor stretch, that quad stretch, and then backwards for that hamstring stretch. Once again, you can find that nice even flow front to back. You can find a hold in one direction or the other. And this side does not need to look the same as the other side. Fabulous. Next time you make your way back to that low lunge, I want you to go ahead and pause there. We're going to make our way back into our crescent on this side. So curling that right toe under, lifting the knee, activate the core, sweep those arms up. Crescent lunge. So this time on that left side here, left knee is nice and bent. That right leg maybe finds that hip flexor stretch. That core is active here, so it's not released and relaxed, but it's still working. Excellent. Let's take it to our warrior 2. Right heel turns down, arms open. Once again, I want you to think about kind of just wrapping that right thigh in. So keeping that core nice and active and those hips just a little bit towards center. But those arms are nice and long and that left knee is bent. Very nice. Peaceful. Flips that front palm, that left palm lifts us up and back again. Right fingertips can reach down or around behind the back. Nice front side body stretch there. Let's take it back out through center. Warrior 2. To our extended side angle bend. The left elbow, right arm comes up over top, left elbow meets that left knee. Still nice active core, so don't let it relax just because we've got that support of the elbow on the knee. Very nice. Use the core, come back up to warrior 2. And let's cartwheel it down. Left hand, right heel lifts. Right foot steps forward to meet the left. Forward fold. And as a reminder, we will go into that chair, so feel free to place those feet where you need them right now. Let's take our halfway lift to our flat back, our long spine, our active core, and then use that active core to transition us into that chair. So bend those knees, sink those hips back, sweep those arms up. If you've got those feet right next to each other, you can press the thighs together. If you don't have them right next to each other, we're keeping those knees in line with those toes. Very nice, very nice. Excellent. One more nice deep breath. On your exhale, can you get just another centimeter deeper into that chair pose? And take it back into that fold. Fingertips towards the toes, hips lift. Very nice. Our inhale takes us all the way up, extended mountain. When you get to the top, that next exhale takes you into that lateral stretch, first direction. One arm comes down, other arm comes up. That inhale brings you back through center. Exhale, second direction. Inhale up to center. And our exhale takes us to that swan dive, forward fold. Fabulous. From here, let's go ahead and bend those knees, plant those hands, step those feet back nice and long, and then find that downward facing dog. All right, once again, we've got that brief recovery here this time. If you would like to keep that down dog, you can. If you would like that child's pose, certainly as well. This is a great opportunity for you to grab a sip of your beverage if you'd like it. I know we're moving a little slower than we normally do tonight, but that doesn't mean that you don't need to hydrate. So if you are feeling a little thirsty, feel free to take this moment to grab it. And we've got 3 nice deep breaths here. Taking one more nice deep breath. And at the end of that, if you made your way out of that downward facing dog, go ahead and meet me back there. And let's take it right back to the top. We're going to take it just a tiny bit faster this time as we go through. Let's start with that 3-legged dog. Right foot presses up and back with our inhale. Our exhale sweeps it under for that half pigeon. Bend the left knee. Shin meets the mat underneath those hips, top of that left foot. We're just going to find 2 nice deep breaths on this one this time. But same as before, you can bring it down low. You can find that nice hip flexor stretch, whatever works. Big inhale. And big exhale. One more nice deep breath there. All right, let's use that 3-legged dog transition to our low lunge once again. So find those palms, curl the left toe under, right foot sends up and back, and then bend that left knee, sweep that right leg forward, find that lunge. Left knee meets when you get there, and top of that left foot meets as well. We're gonna go just twice in each direction, or if you're going a little slower or faster, you can time it out with me, depending. Exhale brings us forward, and inhale brings us backwards for that hamstring stretch. I'm going to go one more time for each of those. Exhale brings me forward. Inhale brings me backwards. And that final exhale meets back in that low lunge. Go ahead and bring it right back. If you're a little bit off on that direction, that's okay. Curl that left toe under, lift the knee, find your balance, find your core. Let's find our crescent lunge. Sweep the arms up. To warrior 2, turn the left heel down, open the arms. To peaceful, flip the front palm, lift it up and back. To extended side angle, bring it all the way over, long arms in the center, and then right elbow towards that right knee, left arm up over top. You can challenge yourself a little more by putting a little less pressure through that elbow. Use the core. Inhale brings us back up to center, warrior 2. Cartwheel it down. Right hand, left heel. Step the left forward to meet the right, forward fold. Very nice. Exhale, relax into it. Inhale to that halfway lift, flat back, long spine, active core. Exhale to sink into our chair. Hips bend back, arms sweep up. Nice active core in this as well. Excellent, excellent. Give me one more nice deep breath here in this chair. Big inhale. With your exhale, can you get a tiny bit deeper? Nice, I love it. Exhale brings us into that forward fold. Next inhale rolls us all the way up, extended mountain. When you get to the top, one lateral stretch in each direction. After that second one, that exhale brings you into your swan dive for your forward fold. Fingertips come back towards the toes. Very nice. Bend those knees, plant those hands, step those feet back nice and long, press those hips up and back, downward facing dog. Excellent. We've got 4 nice deep breaths here. Feel free to take this as your break if you need it. So child's pose, a sip of your beverage, or just hang out in that downward facing dog. All right, nice. One more nice deep breath, and then we're going to go ahead right into that other side. Excellent. Here we go. Left leg with your inhale, 3-legged dog. Half pigeon first. Sweep it underneath. Shin meets the mat underneath those hips. Top of that right foot meets. We send those hips down. And then 2 nice deep breaths in our half pigeon. Very nice. Let's use our 3-legged dog for our transition to our low lunge. Plant those palms. Curl that right toe under. Lift the knee. Send the hips and the left leg up. And then bend the right knee. Use the momentum. Sweep the left leg forward. Plant it down. Right knee comes to the mat. Top of that right foot meets. We've got twice in each direction. Exhale sends the hips forward. Inhale sends them back. Hamstring stretch. One more time each way. Exhale brings us forward. Inhale brings us back. And that exhale sends us back into that low lunge. Curl that right toe under, lift the knee, find your balance, find your core, sweep the arms up into our crescent. Excellent. Warrior 2, right heel turns down, arms open. Nice and long from fingertip to fingertip. We've still got that left knee bent. Peaceful flips the front palm, lifts us up and back. Extended side angle comes all the way over, nice and long from fingertip to fingertip. Left elbow towards the left knee, right arm up over top. Again, you can kind of float that left elbow if you want a little bit more of a challenge. So using your core to hold you up there. Nice, let's take it back to that warrior 2. Inhale brings us back up, nice long arms. And let's cartwheel it down. Left hand, right heel lifts. Right foot steps forward to meet the left, forward fold. Exhale sinks into that fold. Inhale brings us to that halfway lift, flat back, long spine, active core. And here comes that chair pose. Sweeping those arms up, sending those hips back. Finding that nice, once again, active core, protecting our lower back in this stretch. This stretch. Not quite a stretch. That's okay. We'll go with it. Excellent, excellent. Very nice. Give me one more nice deep breath. Can you get a little lower on that next exhale? Excellent. Big inhale. Exhale into that forward fold. Inhale rolls us all the way up to our extended mountain. From there, we've got that single lateral stretch in each direction. And after that, that inhale brings you back to center. Exhale, swan dives you forward into that forward fold. Bend those knees, plant those hands, step it back nice and long. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Fabulous. We've got 2 more nice deep breaths here. So a little bit of time if you want to grab that step in between. And our third time through, we're going to move it just a little bit faster to squeeze it in our last 8 minutes. Of the first 40 minutes, of course. All right, give me one more nice deep breath. Inhale, three-legged dog, right foot. Bend the left knee, sweep that right leg underneath. Half pigeon, shin meets the mat, top of that left foot meets the mat. 2 nice deep breaths here once again. You can take it a little lower if you'd like. Excellent. Let's take our transition through our three-legged dog to our low lunge. Plant those hands, curl that left toe under, lift the left knee. Right foot goes up and back. Use your momentum as soon as you hit the top to bend that left knee, sweep that right leg underneath into our lunge. Left knee meets top of that left foot meets. We're going to go just once in each direction here. So exhale presses you forward into that low lunge. Inhale presses you back into that hamstring stretch. And then exhale presses you forward back into that low lunge. From there comes our crescent. Curl the left toe under, lift the knee, activate the core, sweep the arms up. Nice long torso, nice active core. Fabulous warrior two. Left heel turns down, arms open. Relax those shoulders nice and low away from the ears. Peaceful flips that front palm, lifts us up and back. And go ahead, bring it over for our extended side angle. Right elbow comes down, left arm comes up over top. Inhale brings us back to center. Warrior two, use that core to come up. Let's cartwheel it down. Right hand, left heel. Left steps forward to meet the right. Exhale sinks us into that fold. Inhale brings us to that halfway lift. And our exhale sends us into that chair. Sweep those arms up, send those hips back. Nice active core. Very good, very good. Exhale back into that fold. Inhale rolls us all the way up, extended mountain. Lateral stretches. After that second side, that inhale brings you back to center. And our exhale, swan dives us forward back into that fold. Very nice. Bend those knees, plant those hands, step it back nice and long, toes down, and press those hips up and back, downward facing dog. 3 more nice deep breaths in this. For our last kind of interim, we've got to hit that second side one final time in our first 40 here. One more nice deep breath. Excellent. Next inhale, three-legged dog, left leg presses up. Half pigeon, bends that right knee, sweeps that left leg underneath, plants that shin, top of that foot meets. Find those 2 nice deep breaths, whether you're high or whether you're low. All right, let's use our transition. Three-legged dog to our low lunge. Plant those palms, lift the torso, curl the right toe under, lift the knee, left leg to your three-legged dog. Use the momentum, bend the right leg, sweep the left leg forward to that lunge. Right knee meets, top of that right foot meets, 1 time in each direction. Exhale forward. Inhale backwards. Exhale forward. Let's take it to our crescent. Curl the right toe under, lift the right knee, find your core, find your balance, sweep the arms up. Very nice, warrior two. Right heel turns down, arms open. Peaceful flips the front palm, lifts us up and back. Extended side angle comes next, all the way over, and then left elbow towards left knee, right thumb up over top. Whew. Inhale brings us back up to center. Let's cartwheel it down. Left hand, right heel lifts. Right foot steps forward to meet the left. Forward fold. Exhale a little further into that fold, nice and relaxed. Inhale to our halfway lift. Flat back, long spine, active core. Here comes our final chair of that first 40 minutes. Sweep those arms up, send those hips back, nice active core. Excellent, excellent. Give me 2 more nice deep breaths here. 2 more nice deep breaths. Can you get a little lower for those last 2? Nice, 1 more inhale. Exhale into that fold, fingertips towards the toes. Inhale rolls us all the way up to that extended mountain. 1 lateral stretch in each direction. Right arm comes down, left arm comes up. Inhale pulls us through center. Exhale, second direction. Inhale brings us up to center. Exhale relaxes the arms down and around. 1 more nice deep breath in this first 40. Inhale takes us up. Palms meet. Exhale pulls the hands down to heart center. As always, if you are rejoining me for our extra 20, same link, same information. If not, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your Monday night and a great rest of your week. Here we go. Steelers, the light in me honors the light in you, bowing as we say, namaste.
Namaste.
There we go. Alrighty. So starting out in those cats and cows, finding that nice inhale and exhale, that spinal range of motion, connecting our breath to our movement again. And while we're here, let's add a little bit of core work to this. Let's add a little bit of back strengthening to this with a couple of bird dogs. Let's start with that right arm and that left leg. So get that spine back to that nice neutral. Right arm and left leg extend out nice and long, looking for length from either fingertips to toes or heels. And then our exhale pulls the elbow and the knee together towards center. Couple times just like that. Keep it nice and controlled. I want you to think about that active core as you pull in towards center and as you extend nice and long. So trying not to let the core relax even as you move through this range of motion. Very nice. Give me 2 more just like this, and then we're going to switch sides. So when you finish that second one, go ahead and send that right hand and that left knee back towards the mat, and then same thing, left arm and right leg. So that nice length either from fingertip to toes or to heels, and then exhale pulls elbow and knee towards each other. Working on that active core, that extension, and that pulling in. Very nice, very nice. Fabulous. Give me 2 more on this side. When you finish those last 2, go ahead and plant that left hand and that right knee back down. If the wrist is feeling a little bit because it did have a little bit of pressure, give it a roll or 2. We're going to do a little bit more work on that wrist. A little bit more in that downward facing dog, a little more core before we get back to our flow. So let's go ahead and take it to that down dog. When you're ready, curl the toes under, press the hips up and back. You've got 2 options for this core movement as we get warmed up. The first one is to keep both hands planted. We're going to shift it out to that high push-up plank and then send those hips up and back. Second option is to lift that opposite hand. So I'm still going to shift out with both hands down. But as I come up and back, I'm going to take my left hand to the outside of my right leg, shift it back out, plant those hands back into that plank, and then right hand to the outside of that left leg. If you're feeling a little unstable, unbalanced there, keep both hands planted, but use that core to press up and then out. Couple times here, and then we'll get right back to that flow that we were in that first half. So just a little extra challenge here. Doing good, doing good. We've got about 10 more seconds here. Keep moving, keep breathing. Very nice. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and meet me in that downward facing dog. And let's take the pressure off those wrists. Right foot, 3-legged dog. And then to that half pigeon, bend the left knee, sweep that right leg underneath, shin meets the mat, top of that left foot meets. Well, let's take our 2 nice deep breaths. You can stay high or you can come low. Excellent. Let's go ahead and use that transition three-legged dog to our low lunge. Plant those palms. Curl the left toe under, lift the left knee, send the hips and that right leg up and back, and then use that momentum, bend the left knee, sweep the right leg forward to our lunge, left knee meets, top of that left foot meets. No specific number here, just a couple times front to back. Go ahead and take it at your own pace. Into that low lunge and back to that hamstring stretch, or same as before. If there's one or the other that feels really good, feel free to stay in it for a couple of breaths here. Excellent. And with your next exhale, go ahead and make your way back to that low lunge. Pause there for a moment. Nice. Let's take it to that crescent. Curl the left toe under. Lift the knee. Find your core. Find your balance. Sweep the arms up. To that warrior two. Left heel turns down. Arms open. Use the core to take us to our peaceful. Flip the front palm. Lift us up and back. Up and over through center to our extended side angle. Arms come out long, and then right elbow towards that right knee, left arm up over top again. For a little more challenge, you can just keep a little less pressure, or if you'd like, for this extra one, reaching that right hand out towards that opposite wall for that little bit of extra twist, a little bit of extra challenge. Very nice. If you did find that, go ahead and bend that elbow, bring it back to that knee, come back up to center, warrior two. And then let's cartwheel it down. Right hand, left heel. And step that left foot forward to meet the right, forward fold. Halfway lift, flat back, long spine, active core. To our chair pose, sweep the arms up, send the hips back. Nice active core here as well. Keep that lower back nice and protected. Excellent. 2 more nice deep breaths here. One more big inhale. Exhale into that fold, fingertips towards the toes. Inhale rolls us up, extended mountain. One lateral stretch in each direction. After that second side, taking it back into that fold. And with your next exhale, let's make our way into that downward facing dog. Bend those knees, plant those hands, step those feet back, press those hips up and back. Give me 2 nice deep breaths here, and then we're making our way right into that second side. Excellent. Second side is our left side. 3-legged dog. Presses that left leg up and back. Bends that right knee. Sends that left knee underneath. Top of that right foot meets as well. Half pigeon. 2 nice deep breaths. Keep it high or bring it low. Very nice. Let's use that transition to take it back to our low lunge. Plant those palms. Curl that right toe under. Lift the right knee. Send the left leg up and back. Use that little bit of momentum when you reach the top to sweep the left leg underneath. Plant the foot. Right knee meets the mat. Top of the right foot meets as well. And then a couple times each direction. Take it at your own pace. Low lunge. And then back to that hamstring stretch. Very nice. With your next exhale, go ahead and make your way back to that low lunge. Pausing there for a moment, and then let's make our way up to our crescent lunge. Curl the right toe under, lift the knee, find your balance, find your core, sweep the arms up. Nice strong core, nice long torso. In that crescent lunge, using that left knee bend, that strength, and that balance. Warrior two, right heel turns down, arms open. Use the core to bring it to that peaceful. Flip that left palm, bring it up and back. Out to that extended side angle through center, and then left elbow towards the left knee, right arm up over top. Again, you can keep it here, you can float that elbow, or you can send that left hand out towards that right wall for that little bit of extra twist, a little bit of extra, a core challenge. Excellent, excellent, excellent. If you did find that reach, go ahead and bend that elbow, bring it back up to our warrior two from there. And then let's cartwheel it down. Left hand, right heel, right foot steps forward to meet the left forward fold. Halfway lift, flat back, long spine, active core. Into our chair, sweep the arms up, send the hips back. Excellent. Give me 2 more nice deep breaths right here. One more inhale. Exhale into that fold. Fabulous. Next inhale up to that extended mountain. Into our lateral stretches. When you finish that second side, that inhale brings us up to center. And our exhale, swan dives us forward, forward fold. With your next exhale, go ahead and bend those knees, plant those hands, step those feet back nice and long, and then press those hips up and back, downward facing dog. All right, same movement that we initiated from that down dog for that plank work here. One more time with me. Shifting those shoulders out over those wrists, high push-up plank, and either both hands can stay planted, or you can find that opposite reach if you'd like. Go ahead and flow front to back a couple of times here. One more little bit of core work. Finishing off that first class of the new year strong. Excellent, excellent. We've got about 10 more seconds. Stay with me, stay with me. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and send it into that downward facing dog. And we're going to take a little relief in our half pigeon one more time. Right foot, three-legged dog. Sweep it underneath. Plant that right shin. Top of that left foot meets. We've got a little longer than those 2 nice deep breaths. So settle into this however you'd like to. You can stay high. You can work it low. You can point that left heel up, reach around and grab for that hip flexor or that quad stretch if that feels good. If that's a little intense, keep it right where you are. Let's take 2 more nice deep breaths. Excellent. We are going to do that low lunge series. We are going to skip that rest of the series. So let's do this side first. Curl the left toe under, plant those palms, lift the left knee, right leg, three-legged dog. Use the momentum when you hit the top to sweep that right leg forward, and then send that left knee to the mat. Top of that left foot meets as well. And once again, a couple times in each direction, or find that hold in one direction or the other, whatever feels good for you, finding that front to back. Wherever you are, let's take 2 more nice deep breaths. When you finish that second nice deep breath, go ahead and make your way back to that low lunge. And we are going to use this to transition to our other side. So I'm going to go right leg, three-legged dog, plant the foot next to the left, left leg, three-legged dog, and then into our half pigeon on the other side. So Curling that left toe under, lifting the knee, right leg three-legged dog. Plant that right foot next to the left leg three-legged dog, and then half pigeon second side. Bend the right knee, sweep it underneath, left shin meets the mat, top of that right foot meets the mat, sending it down. Once again, couple nice deep breaths here, settle into it. If you'd like that quad stretch, this is a fabulous time for it. If that's not working for you, or if that's not something you're interested in, just settle down into your half pigeon. Taking the option that feels good for you, and as always, maybe this side is not like the other side, and that's okay. Very nice. Give me 2 more nice deep breaths here. And let's finish out with that low lunge set. So planting those palms, curling that right toe under, lifting the right knee, left leg three-legged dog. Use the momentum to bring it to that low lunge, left leg forward, right knee meets, top of that right foot meets. And then once again, a couple times front to back, or maybe a hold in one direction or the other. And same as always, maybe this side does not match the other side, and that is okay. Find those 2 more nice deep breaths here for me. When you finish that second nice deep breath, finding that low lunge once again. Planting those palms, curling that right toe under, lifting the right knee, and stepping that right foot forward to meet the left for our final forward fold. Taking 2 nice deep breaths here. With your next inhale, rolling it all the way up for our extended mountain. Arms come up overhead. And we've got that one lateral stretch in each direction. One arm comes down, other arm comes up. Inhale pulls us up through center. And then finding that second side. Inhale pulls us up to center. Exhale circles the arms down and around. You can press the palms towards each other and pull the shoulder blades together, or interlace those fingers. Press the knuckles towards the floor. Pull the shoulder blades together, open through the chest. And exhale to release. Let's finish with 2 final nice deep breaths on that second. The palms will meet up overhead. Our inhale takes us up. And our exhale brings us down. On this last one, those palms meet up overhead. Inhale takes us up. Palms meet. Exhale pulls the hands down to heart center. I hope you have a great rest of your Monday evening, a great rest of your week. I will see you guys next time. The light in me honors, the light in you. Bowing as we say, namaste.